Good morning and welcome to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about dreaming. A little bit of marijuana there. Just accentuate the point. Now, personally, I have two drugs I use. Tobacco and marijuana. Marijuana helps me to dream, and tobacco gets me grounded. In dreaming, this one's going to be a little difficult for most people because there's not a lot of people out there that I can verify my own experience of what occurred with. Like with the other ones, I can look around, I'll find people who've experienced similar things, and I can go, okay, now I'm more certain that it isn't just me. And it could possibly be everybody else. But with dreaming, I don't really get much of that. So I'm going to have to try to explain it in a way that makes sense. Let's see. Shit. So first, we'll talk about what I had to do to get there. I literally had to learn how to sleep on demand. Like, literally learn how to sleep on demand. It took me about 2 weeks. Once I was able to do that, I stayed about 22 to 23 hours of sleep and about an hour to 2 hours awake. I would eat, exercise, stretch, and go right back to sleep. The reason for doing that is because, for the most part, our brain is meant to function here in the real world. We spend about 16 to 20 hours of the day in it. And so it's easy to see how we could have an easy time with this stuff, because that's all we ever do. But with dreaming, it's a little different because you don't really do much of that. You know, I know I didn't. You know, dreams might come here and there, but usually they were representations of an inability to finish that day's completeness being resolved in a more relaxed state. That's what it ended up going to sleep and dreaming means to me. So, if all you're doing when you go to sleep is just trying to fix everything about the narrative that you can while you're asleep, you know, depending on how you're using it, it fixes itself in different ways. But, you know, you gotta love reality. It's always, I can't control that. In dreaming, you can control it. Reality, you can't control that. But, so I flipped it around. So most of y'all probably aren't going to be able to do that. Because even then, it took me about 4 months to really get far in the art of dreaming. Far enough to say that I reached potential, or seeing the nature of nature. To do that through dreaming takes about 4 months if you do it flipped. Otherwise, it could take a long time, probably a year, 2, 5. It depends really on how hard you're trying. Okay. Keep shutting off on me. Oh, sorry about that. I want to take a picture of your dog. That dog is so cool. Like, she, imagine that day. One day the dog gets so hairy, you can gather wool from it. That'd be fucking funny, yo. That's not just a pet. Anyway. So, flip it upside down. Or, you do it the other way. Either way, you're going to have to go through this dreaming state the same way. From the moment you wake up till the moment you go to sleep, all you're going to be thinking about is being able to enter the dreaming world. This will instill in you a will. When you go to sleep, is all you're thinking. When I go to sleep, right between the being awake and the being the dreamer, I'm going to try to pay attention to that moment, just that moment. The dreaming moment doesn't matter, and the being awake moment doesn't matter. I just want to notice the shift. So, like I said, for me it didn't take very long. 2 weeks, I learned how to do it on demand. Within 3 days, boom, I caught the little bastard. I caught it every time. You know, it was mine. And that's how into the dreaming world. Now, once you get to the dreaming world, what is going to occur in there is going to be dependent upon your conditions as they have set themselves before you. This is going to take many different appearances in this dreaming world. Your job is not to be fooled by any of it and learn how to liberate yourself while in the dream from the influences of the human condition. So, if you can do that, the next stage that should occur is that you're gonna wake up while you're dreaming. You're gonna be stuck in your body, and it's gonna be some scary shit. It's gonna be some really scary shit because you think you're not breathing, you know, because you're asleep, your body's asleep, you can't control your breathing. You can't breathe the way you would normally. You know, it's like you're in a GABA-induced paralytic state. You're awake, but you're asleep. In this stage, the quickest way through is to let go. Let go of the need to have answers. Let go of the need to have control of your body. Let go of the need to breathe. Let go of everything. Your body's going to do it just fine. You're asleep. You don't give a fuck. It's been doing that shit for fucking decades. I mean, depending on how old you are. Been doing it for a while. Don't worry. You can trust your body to do its thing. Your only job is to really relax there. When you do, you're going to have an out-of-body experience. It is then that you will meet the actual training grounds of the dreamer. Because you would think it would be the lucid dreaming part where you're learning control, you're learning how to... That's actually just the beginning stage of dreaming. Once you get past a certain stage, there's also the projection. Learning about the projection and how the projection is created. That's the dreamer. And that's the dreamer's path. But again, this is a very difficult one. There are many, many states you will go through as you undergo these dreaming states. They take on all kinds of forms. And your job, simply put, is to see how you came to be as a thing. And then once you figure that out, when you enter the waking world, you notice the waking world is no dream. And that's dreaming in a nutshell. No party going on. I'm gonna have to go over there, eat some good ass food and shit. They're gonna have some red and all that kind of shit, you know. It's gonna taste good. You know, the funny thing is, as a kid, they used to cook the animal, but they wouldn't just cook the animal in front of me. No. These are animals that I knew, you know. These are animals we were growing up with. We were living on a farm. And what they got to do, they got to prepare the whole thing from beginning to end in front of me. And by the time they're done, you know, depending, that's how the dream will look. But for others, the dream takes on many different forms. So, don't go thinking, oh, I dreamed this, meditated this, self-inquired this, and then I learned this from that person. Again, I ain't teaching shit here. I'm shedding a light on what you already know. Except for that, all I can do is shine a light. You know? It's not like I know anything about you. I know shit about me. I can work with that. I don't know anything about you. But I'll shine a light. Maybe you can tell me. Alright. You have a good day.